Welcome into DRF Daily, DRF Sports' betting live stream coming at you every single weekday at around 11 a.m. Today we're hitting you at 11:34. And look, I'm a little sad after last night. If I'm being honest with all of you guys, back to back 1 in 3 days, back to back, just tough losses. I got a little cocky yesterday. I handed out two -1.5 run lines. And both teams won by 1 run. So instead of having a nice 3-in-1 day, if I didn't get cocky and I just went with the money line and, maybe I wasn't chasing the bag or anything like that, we would have had a really nice 3-in-1 day. Instead, we're sitting at a 1-in-3 day, 2-in-6 over the last, or I believe 2, 4, 8, 4-in-8, something like that. I think we went 1-in-3, 2-in-2, 1-in-3. Not a good middle of the week, but it's Thursday. We're back, and we're trying to make it through, folks. We're trying to bounce back, and you can keep up to date with all of our bounce back attempts with Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Follow us on Twitter at DRF_sports, and we would love for you guys to like and subscribe everything that's coming at you on YouTube. Just type in DRF Sports in the search bar, and you can be up to date with all of our expert insights, advice, betting angles, trends, everything like that. And each and every day, you can head to drf.com/sports, click the Game of the Day tab up at the top of the page, and there you can check out all of the free data we have for each and every featured free game of the day. Today, it's Astros Angels. Tomorrow, it's Rockies Pirates. Over the weekend, we have Red Sox Yankees. And I believe we have Blue Jays Royals. I think that's our Sunday game. So we have a good slate we try to focus on the nationally televised games, the bigger games in the MLB, and those will be under the Game of the Day tab on drf.com/sports. So we've beat around the bush enough. Let's break down what we have coming up today in DRF Daily. We have Braves Nationals in a fantastic NLE showdown. And by fantastic, I mean fantastic value for you, the better. We got Red Sox-Rays, game number 2 we're breaking down. That is going to be, that's a good one. They're locked in a battle. The 47-42 Red Sox, 48-40 Rays. They're battling for second place in the AL East, so that'll be a good one. Mets-Cubs is our final best bet of today. Mets, really solid ball club. Cubs are in the middle of a 6-game losing streak where their bats have gone ice cold. And our featured free game of the day, we broke it down a little bit earlier. Astros, Angels, Shohei Ohtani coming off of a masterful performance last night. We'll see what the Angels can do with, I believe, Reed Detmers getting the start tonight for Los Angeles. So let's break down today's Braves Nationals game. Nationals plus 190 at Nats Park. The total is set at 9.5. Getting the start for Atlanta's Kyle Wright. Getting the start for Washington. It looks like it's going to be Anibal Sanchez. So not the best breakdown in terms of pitching matchup. One's much better than the other. Wright comes in 10-4 with a 2.97 ERA. Sanchez 4-5 with a 6.62 ERA. This is also a gold star pick of the day. Braves come into this one first pitch at 7:05. Washington's 1-11 in the month of July. The Braves, last time they played Washington, swept the series. I believe that was just over the weekend. Last game was July 10th. Braves picked up 3 straight wins against the Nationals, but the Braves are coming off of a 1-2 series against the Mets. Atlanta 7-2 overall this season on the Nationals, 3-0 at Nats Park on the year. The pick, it's going to be simple. It's Atlanta -210. Look here, Atlanta -210 sounds like it's a large number and you're not getting a lot of value, but I'm here to tell you that our power line thinks Atlanta -246 is more like what the line should be. And with that much of a difference between -210 and -246, this is a certified gold star pick. We haven't had one of those in quite some time. Our game simulator likes the Braves to win 5-4. Comes down to the pitching matchup, as it normally does in these games. Kyle Wright, much better than Anibal Sanchez. Pair that with the fact that Washington's offense has been lackluster this season and their defense/pitching has been absolutely abysmal. They score just 3.8 runs per game and they allow a whopping 5.8 runs a game. And that's going to be a problem as they face off against a potent Atlanta offense who hits 139 home runs so far this season. They have a 248 batting average, a 308 on base percentage, and a 443 slugging percentage. Interesting to note that Washington technically has a better on-base percentage, but Atlanta gets the hits when they need to. They score 4.7 runs, just a notch under 5. Pair that potent offense with the fact that the Washington pitching staff and defense has been absolutely abysmal this year, and they're going up against a pitcher in Sanchez who has a 6.62 ERA. Braves minus 210. I'm not losing any sleep over that one. Moving on from that game, we're going into Red Sox-Rays. Total is set at 7.5. Boston will be sending out Cutter Crawford. Tampa Bay will be sending out Drew Rasmussen. Probably pronouncing that one wrong. This is another Gold Star pick for you guys. We really leaned heavily on Gold Star picks, and you know why? If you said, because Jack, you've been terrible this week and you need to rely on what the simulations say and are giving you a ton of value, you're exactly right. We're trying to bounce back with some Gold Star picks. Tonight, Boston, the 47-42 Red Sox head to Tampa Bay to take on the Rays. Boston plus 115, Tampa Bay minus 125. Tampa's won their last 3, the first 3 games of this 4-game series against Boston. Before that 3-game win streak, though, they had lost 3, so they're 3-3 over their last 6. Boston is looking to avoid the sweep. Lost their first 3 games. Tampa Bay's been pretty dominant at home in this series. Boston doing everything they can not to drop 4 in a row. If you look here on the results, we're going to click into that. Tampa Bay has been exceptional so far. 10-5 win in Game 1. Eked out a 3-2 victory in Game 2. That was Chris Sale's return to the starting lineup for the Red Sox. And then last night they won 4-1 in quite dominating fashion. And tonight, Cutter Crawford, like I said, gets the start against Drew Rasmussen. Crawford, though, this season, typically a relief guy. He's been getting a few more starts as of late, I imagine, because a little bit of a injury, fatigue, things like that are starting to set in as we head into the dog days of summer. Crawford 0-1 with a 3.21 ERA. He's facing off against Rasmussen, who is 5-3 with a 3.10 ERA, but at home, Drew Rasmussen is a completely different pitcher inside that dome, in the controlled elements. He has a 1.65 ERA, and 3 of his 5 wins have come at home. He's actually 3-0 at home. So Drew Rasmussen is a completely different pitcher when he pitches at home. And that's why I'm going Tampa Bay minus 120. That's also a lot of value, as our power line believes this line should be more like Tampa Bay minus 178. So you're getting a lot of value on Tampa at minus 125. Pair that with the fact that Drew Rasmussen is a much better pitcher when you break down his splits away from just his overall 5-3, 3.10 ERA. So give me Tampa Bay minus 125. I'm loving it. Our simulator links the Tampa Bay Rays win this game 5-3. So kind of a dominating performance by Tampa, and I think they're going to sweep this series and continue this solid run of wins against the Red Sox. Moving on from there, Mets-Cubs. Carlos Carrasco gets the start for the Mets. Keegan Thompson gets the start for the Cubs. I'm not sure why. It seems like our simulators just absolutely love the Cubs. In the 2 games, midweek Orioles games, our sims were fading the Orioles and we're giving the edge to the Cubs. I faded our sims on that, and it resulted in 2 wins. Orioles won plus 105 on Tuesday. They won plus 130 last night. And now the Cubs back home taking on the Mets. Mets are just minus 125 in this game. The Cubs aren't a great team. They're 34-54. At home so far this season, the Cubs haven't performed all that great. They're not great at all. They're 17-29 straight up at home, down 13.1 units. At night, they're 19-36, so not good at night, not good at home. Granted, Carlos Carrasco's 9-4 with a 4.45 ERA, so nothing to write home about. But Keegan Thompson's not much better. He's 4-3 with a 4.06 ERA. Cubs are in the midst of a 6-game, absolutely abysmal losing streak as well. The Cubs over this losing streak They're averaging just 3.3 runs per game. Not good. They've only scored over 3 runs once, and I think they scored like 9. The offense just absolutely came alive. Since then, it's been 2s, 3s, nothing good for Chicago during this 7-game losing streak. Since July 7th, though, this is worth mentioning, the Mets have rotated wins and losses, and last game was a win. So is it time for a loss? Probably not. I'm going Mets minus 125 here, and I'm not thinking twice about it. Until the Cubs can break out of this losing streak and show a little bit of offensive faith and offensive power, I'm going to fade them to oblivion. Mets is also an electric offense, 4.7 runs per game. They allow just 3.9. They're going up against a Cubs offense that over the last 6 have scored just 3.3 runs. So while Carlos Carrasco's 4.45 ERA seems high, I think that might get he'll probably have a really solid outing tonight against a lackluster Cubs offense. So give me Mets minus 125. I'm loving it. This one's not a certified gold star pick, but I have a lot of faith in it as well. So to recap our MLB best bets, we got the Braves minus 210 certified gold star pick. We have Tampa Bay minus 120 certified gold star pick. And we have Mets minus 135, not a certified gold star pick, but man, do we have faith in that one. So if you're not already, follow along on Twitter at DRF_sports. We'll keep up to date with everything happening. You can follow me on Twitter at FITZ all the way, Fitz all the way. I try to keep up to date with what my picks are here on DRF Daily. It's gonna be a fantastic Thursday. You gotta have faith. Even though we've had a rough couple of days, gotta have faith that today's the day. So thank you so much for tuning in.